Hey, I'm Jessie David from Metal Wani. I am here with Rita, Dimebag Darrell's lifetime girlfriend. Thanks for joining me. How's it going?
Hey, man, it's going great. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, of course, anytime. So DimeVision 2, Roll With It or Get Rolled, is the second feature of DimeVision. It includes a DVD, a CD in the package, and it will drop November 24th via Metal Blade. What can you tell me about the project?
You know what? It has been a very long but very magical project to be a part of. Pretty emotional, at times when you come across some things and, that surprise you, or like that I didn't shot that Bobby did, or vice versa, it still keeps it fresh, like he's right there with you, like he's telling you for the first time. So it's pretty cool. And you laugh your ass off. And, you laugh so hard that you have tears rolling down your cheeks when you're putting this stuff together. So I just am so happy this is my job. So
it's kind of true that way, too, because it's almost like you get to reconnect with him, like you were saying. You're seeing footages you haven't really seen before, so it is nice that way as well.
Yeah, footage that you forgot you shot. I mean, it's like, oh, yeah, so it's great to relive all of it.
Yeah. Why did you decide to release a second volume?
Honestly, that was always our game plan, was to do a volume every year. And gosh, I just have no clue what happened. I mean, time got away from us. Bobby was on the road with Marilyn Manson for years and with Slipknot. And, then Vinnie, he started putting together another band and then touring and that whole process. And then I was going out on all the summer and fall festivals, and yeah, just our schedules weren't connecting. And then, last year we're like looking at it and just going, man, I can't believe 10 years has gone by. We got to get on this. And all of us ain't going to be here forever either, Finally, everybody's schedule clicked, and we're all kind of out of the fog a little bit and can focus more. And it's like, let's get on this. We got too much cool shit we need to share. So
hell yeah. I will say I love the name Roll With It or Get Rolled. Does that have a meaning at all to you?
Yeah, it's actually, Darrell, we had a little, of course, he had his own language that we coined Dimebonics, and that just happened to be one of the phrases, that he was saying quite a bit in 2003 and 4. It was a pretty rough time going through the Pantera fallout and, dealing with that and press and, trying to get Damage Plan off the ground and just all the obstacles and stuff. And, they did a really grueling tour press schedule to where they were hitting 4 and 5, different radio stations a day in different cities. And, this was just on. And, he called me a couple times. I still even have a voicemail of him going, man, dude, I'm so beat up out here. But, it's the highs and lows of rock and roll. Got to roll with it or get rolled over. So, we just thought that would be appropriate to title this volume. And who knows, Volume 3 may be highs and lows of rock and roll. Not quite sure yet, but it sounds good. So,
have you guys been thinking about doing a Volume 3 already?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's the difficult process of doing DimeVision and picking out tracks on the music is deciding what not to put in there, because there's so much stuff and you want to put it all in and everybody to see it because you're laughing as you're, rolling through it, but it's just impossible, or we'd wind up being, 10 hours long.
Yeah.
But, so, yeah, I mean, we've already got stuff set aside that we didn't even use here, and we still have so many tapes and VHS. I mean, we have so many formats, because you have to think a lot of this stuff goes back to, starting in the mid-1980s. So we have a ton of tape and footage and, stuff just shot around home that there could be quite a few volumes,
That's good. I like that. That's good to hear. I was lucky enough to already watch the footage. It was stellar. I fell in love with it. One of my favorite parts was seeing the photo reel and watching all of Dimebag Darrell's pranks as well. And man, like you were saying, there were so many photos. How did you choose what to include in Volume 2?
Yeah, it was, it's funny because when it came time for putting some galleries together, after we put those, here I come across a bunch more folders that I'd pulled aside that didn't even make it in there, and I was like, oh, shoot, So, yeah, it's just kind of what I stumble across first, or Bobby, that goes in there, at the time. And then, of course, as you're putting it together and you're watching something, then something will spring to mind, and you'll go, oh, wait, right here we could add this in, too, because, they're kind of similar, and even though they're shot at completely different times, but, it just kind of unfolds as we're working on it, that whole vibe. And you definitely know when you're sitting there in the fortress and little things like you'll look down and see a dime on the floor, or, the lights will go out in the middle of something, or, it's Darrell. Darrell's messing with you, and he's there. So, he kind of helps with the whole process of giving you ideas, which is like what I like to call the little dime bolts to the pimple,
I love that. Still getting that laugh in there, I love that.
Oh, always. Yeah. He always gives you some kind of sign to let you know you're on the right track or the right path, or,
Which is great. And like I was saying before, it makes you feel like he's still there with you. Now, another favorite moment was the Girl Scout cookie moment. It was just a sweet moment, with Dimebag interacting with his family, selling cookies. What was your favorite part of the film?
I kind of am a little partial to the CPAP section because he's funny in that, and I just rolled out of bed, we're trying to get him fitted for that thing. But I love the intro, where he's talking in the camera, and what he has to say, it just gives you cold chills, because you're like, when you come across moments like that, and you're like, God, did you know something we didn't know? I mean, did you know what was coming? Because it's just so surreal and so eerie, at times when you find footage like that, and what he has to say. And then, of course, I kind of dig the full frontal Keystone Cop True section, the song True that we use. I think that segment's pretty funny to me. I mean, the whole time through, every time the little naked man would pop up, all of us would just roll over, dying laughing, because you're like, what the fuck was that?
I know. When I first saw it, I was like, what is this? Like, it was so funny.
You go, did I just see what I saw?
Yeah, honestly, I wanted to go back and freeze frame it, but like, wait, hold on.
Exactly. When we were putting it together, and you should have seen us. God, we were all laughing so hard, and just the way that thing panned out to where it was kind of our segue in between, different things where you never knew when we were going to hit you with him,
That was great.
Yeah.
Never knew when he was going to hit you with that, right? So, now, in terms of the release, will there be any screaming of DimeVision anywhere that people would maybe want to know about?
We were just discussing that, and I don't have any details yet, but I should know next week. And maybe I can, we can keep in contact, and once I know something, I can definitely let you know where those are going to pop up. We definitely want to do a hometown, of course, in Dallas-Fort Worth.
Perfect. Yeah, keep in contact. Now, the film does feature some previously unreleased music by Dimebag, which you picked from a vast catalog of songs. How did you decide on which songs to release?
God, that was like really hard. Like I said, it's like you want to put everything in there, so it's the process of going, no, we'll save that. We got to save this. So that's the hardest part, is because it's not trying to find something to use. It's trying to decide what to use and to leave for later. But yeah, I tried to do, like I said, one of the tracks is from 1986, and I think the messages that he has for all 5 of these tracks, just really fit where we were trying to go, with the volume being more uplifting and having something to say to you, that really engulfs Darrell's persona and what he was about and what he stood for. I think there's a good message in each one of the songs. And basically just the little short track, Let's Go. I mean, what can you say? It's the heaviest, repetitive song that will drive you insane, but it's quick.
Yeah.
And that's all it's about. Let's go. Roll with it or get rolled over. So.
Exactly. Now, for the unreleased tracks, why didn't the songs get released earlier?
I don't know. Like I said, it's just all of a sudden time just got away from us. It just really wasn't something that we were planning or not planning, or that there was a reason why. It just didn't come together. And waiting as long as that we did, and with, like I said, the industry telling us that there just really isn't a demand for DVDs or videos anymore, we had to have something to make it a music package so that it would go out to the record stores and people would get it. So that was really why we combined the two. I was like, well, hey, man, we got all this stuff sitting around. Let's put some music with it. Plus, we kind of need some music for our soundtrack as far as, putting stuff together. Because, the Pantera stuff we really need for Pantera 4. We didn't want to keep using, everything over and over and over. And it just, I don't know, it came together, one of those dime bolts to the simple again,
Yeah.
And, it was really to beef up the package so that we could get it to the music stores and out there and people would place it. It's kind of like we had to. That's really what it all boils down to, is everybody gets out there and supports, and pre-orders this on Pledge Music. That will allow us to have the funds to go into the next volume and prove to the label that there is a demand,
I love it. We're going to prove them wrong, right? Now,
exactly.
I saw a video of Vinnie Paul talking about the vault and Dimebag actually having a song about Taco Bell. Have you heard that song?
Oh yeah, sure have.
That sounds hilarious.
Also, there's a song that mentions Taco Bell as well, and it's kind of they were out on tour with Typo Negative. And it's kind of in the vein of doing the best Peter Steele that you can do, and it's called Hell Damage. And even on the high parts of it, Darrell got Kenny to come in and sing those, and everybody, it was like, man, Pete's going to get mad about this. And, Darrell's like, oh, no, dude, I'll play it for him. And, Darrell just had that way about himself that you couldn't get mad at it, whatever prank he pulled on you or just pulling you off in a parody of a song. But yeah, it's about, Cellulite, Hell Damage, and Taco Bell. But, yep, that's there, too.
That's amazing. Now, speaking of Vinnie, did he or any of Dimebag's friends have any involvement in DimeVision, too?
Oh, of course, yeah. I mean, Vinnie's our partner as well. I mean, we totally, everything that we put together, we'd send to him and have him view and, give us his notes and his thoughts and, what he liked, what he disliked. So, yeah, of course, he's 100% involved.
Now, I know this has been asked a lot of times over the period of time, but do you think that Vinnie and Paul would ever rekindle things and try to play a Pantera show, maybe even bring in Zakk Wylde, have him step in?
I don't think so. I don't think, well, you know what, I really can't speak for somebody else, but in my opinion of someone looking in on the outside too and being a fan, I just don't think you could call something Pantera without either four of those guys. It took all four of them to create that magic, and I just think on a respect factor that none of them feel that's appropriate, Now, as far as me being a fan and wanting to see him hop up on stage and bust out a couple tunes, hell yeah, I'd love to see that. But I can completely understand why you would not call that Pantera and why you wouldn't put that burden on one of Darrell's friends to play that role, Now, you might get up there and jam and have Kerry King do a couple songs, have Zakk do a couple songs. Now, that would be fun. But as far as ever calling it Pantera, I just don't think. I don't think any of those fellows would ever feel right doing that, And I totally respect that.
I totally agree with you as well. Now, DimeVision 2, Roll With It or Get Rolled, will be available November 24th, and you can check it out, metalblade.com/DimeVision for all the info. Rita, thanks so much. It's been a blast. Is there anything you would like fans to know?
Man, just if you want to support and you want another volume to show your support, for Volume 3 or for Pantera 4, go over to our campaign at Pledge Music, and I think it's /projects/DimeVision 2, And, we got a lot of cool stuff up there where you can pre-order packages. I'm about to load that thing back up with some more props from previous videos, stage clothes that Darrell wore, so you own a piece of memorabilia, but you'll also be helping us get those more volumes and more music out to you. So that's really about it. Prove them wrong. Show some support.